Hey everyone, I just wanted to share with you. I was significantly moved this past Sunday at church. The pastor was preaching on Hebrews 11. They've been going through that this summer. And just the little section in there on Abraham. Now, Hebrews 11 is often referred to as the Hall of Faith because it refers to a significant number of major Old Testament figures and what that meant in the New Testament church. And in Abraham, referring to Abraham, it speaks specifically about the journey Abraham went on, that he was called and sent by God to leave his home and to venture out into a promised land that he would not take possession of. In fact, his descendants would not take possession of it for centuries. And even then, that promised land was not his home. And he recognized that. He recognized his real home lay beyond this life. Just that little account in Hebrews of the life of Abraham, that little summary of it, is actually a great little summary of what our lives are about. We are called out of the comfort of home. We are called away from what makes us feel good to venture forth. By the way, when Abraham went out, he didn't know where he was going. He was just sent. He did not know where he was going, but he went in obedience to God. And that is what we are called to do. We're called to obey God. And God knows. We don't necessarily. So on our way we go. And we're not going to find that promised land in this life. And that's one of the things that really holds people back in their finances, is we keep wanting to create our own little promised land with our money. We think that if only we could pull this and that together, whatever it is, wherever you're at in life, everybody tends to have something in their mind of, if only I could do this, if only I could afford to buy a house. If only now that I've got a house, I could go on vacations every winter. If only now that I've got that, I could get a boat. If only if I've got that, I could have a really nice little cottage to take the family to. If only, and it just goes on and on and on. There's no bottom to that well. We keep drawing out of it, and the water's still in there. We cannot empty it. We always want more. Our flesh always wants more. And so we have to align ourselves with God. So I encourage you, go and read through Hebrews 11. Read through that little passage. It's only a few sentences on Abraham, and dwell on that. Pray about that. It is profound. And consider how your own life aligns with that. It moved me on Sunday, and it's keeping me going all week as I consider to think about it. So we're lining up for another long weekend here. I hope and pray for you and your family that it will be a good weekend for you, in however you define that. You'll notice in the background here of my little spot in paradise, I don't own this. This is just one of these little secret beaches in the resort city that I live in, that very few people know about. And so in the background you can see it's quite obscured. It's because it's smoky from a fire south of us that really threatened the town of Vesuvius. There's a bunch of fires going on all around us. A lot of people are disrupted. And yeah, smoke's not too bad. It's been really horrible other years. Hopefully it's just going to stay no worse than this, or even improve. But yeah, this is what life is. It can be beautiful, but it can also be fraught with difficulties like smoke, and sometimes we're closer to the fire. And so I encourage you, enjoy your time together this weekend, and think about your relationships, and think about them in the light of the Lord and how He has purposed to have you together with the people that you're in relationship with. God bless you, and talk to you again soon.